Ah, this looks like one of his previous novels. Vanishing Town. #1 bestseller, the most breathtaking page turner of the year. A passing traveler comes across the small town of Fetchrock, set in Cornwall, England, only to find that it is completely deserted, devoid of any signs of life. Houses, shops, town hall, church, no human being to be seen. The traveler informs the authorities of a nearby town of this fantastic event. The next day, an officer accompanied by 2 policemen visits Fetchrock, except everything is back to normal. 10 years later, John Parker, a journalist, reluctantly accepts the assignment to investigate these strange events, as they have now grown into a persistent local legend. Could it all have been a practical joke by that anonymous traveler? Or did something truly strange take place in the vanishing town? Things become more mysterious when Parker learns no inhabitant of Fetch Rock remembers what happened on that day. What at first seems to be a lousy job for Parker eventually turns into a nightmare, as Fetch Rock is no ordinary town, but home to deadly secrets and a lurking evil. In this outstanding debut, Michael Arthate has concocted a wonderfully twisted tale, bound to keep you guessing until the last page. If H.P. Lovecraft was alive and suddenly decided to write his take on the Wicker Man, oh god, not the bees! The result would be this book. Deep, engaging reading, and downright terrifying. Michael Arthate is a newcomer writer to the genre. Born in Providence, Rhode Island, and settled later in London, England, his first novel is proof that he takes no prisoners when the goal is to scare people. With a fresh and compelling writing style, Michael has published several short stories in mystery horror magazines. His upcoming book is eagerly anticipated by his new legion of fans. So it seems like this guy is pretty well established and has a bright future ahead of him, as far as a writer. Whoa, can't hardly read this. Okay, I see we've got another phone number here. I better write that down. Okay. Oh, nothing else in there? Blectum Article 2. Doesn't look like there's anything else interesting here. Okay. Okay, I can't look at anything else. Alright. Let's just get out of that. Nothing else in the suitcase. Okay. A beautiful oak desk was standing against a window with an extraordinary and inspiring view. Interesting how this guy was... Oh, okay, so he's born in Rhode Island. That doesn't say he grew up in Rhode Island. He's got definitely a British accent going on, and that's not creepy at all. Especially that. This doctor, whoever lived here before, was a very interesting individual, I should say. And obviously he liked his booze. Insert joke about writers being alcoholics here. Hello. Why is it that I can't concentrate? Crumpling pages like this, I'm getting worse. The whisperings. They're killing me. They cannot be real. They cannot be real. Barred the doorway, but still can hear them in my dreams. How to get rid of it? If it was only that simple. But tearing it apart would force me to admit its otherworldly nature. No. It just can't be possible. I can't allow these thoughts to cross my mind, but I can really hear them so clearly. Have I really lost it? It just can't be that I'm experiencing exactly what James did. It has to be influence. How else to explain that every time I walk past the gallery, the whispers grow louder? They're luring me inside. It wants me close. I can hear them again. Yes, the tortured souls of the fallen now suffering for eternity. I chant. Next room. I know for sure its source now. I can't fool myself any longer. All those dreams? Oh, please, for Christ's sake, don't let it be dreams. I have to document this. I have to keep going, because if James was right, may God have mercy on our souls. Well, that's nice and cheery. Looks like James wasn't the only person to have lived in this house, then. Okay, there's nothing else on the desk. Let's put my typewriter down. Classic. Can I type? Clickety clackety clickety clackety? Nope. All work and no play makes Michael a dull boy. Aha, I can look at it. I was eager to start doing some work, but the idea of exploring the place was too tempting. Okay, so I can't work. I can't type anything yet. Good to know. I guess we gotta do some more exploring. Haven't been down this staircase yet. Beautiful chandelier. No, there is a clock. Maybe I can check the time. Oh yeah, I walked right by it. A majestic grandfather clock was gently ticking nearby. It was almost sleep-inducing, but I was glad it was working. Yeah, the time doesn't seem to be advancing, because it was 10 before. Maybe I can call up Jerry. See what he's doing. Oh, I don't even need the number. That's good.
Hello?
Jerry, it's me.
What's up, Michael?
Everything seems to be fine, except the lights don't work.
Oh, you don't have to worry. I forgot to tell you. I had an electrician, one that I trust, to meet you there this morning. You know how a lack of power can be a recurring issue in old places like that. He should be arriving soon.
That's good to know. I'll set up my stuff and let you know how everything does later.
Perfect. Have fun.
Sure.
Have fun, he says. Yeah, I'm having a blast.
Hello, R8 Productions.
R8 Productions? What in heaven's name was that?
Oh, hi, boss. I was just fooling around.
Well, don't. I don't want people thinking I'm some kind of studio. And don't call me boss.
I'm sorry, it's just that no one was calling and all of a sudden I got excited.
I told you it was going to be that way, girl. But I still need you there. I just hope you're not being bored to death.
Oh, don't worry. I'm studying tongues during my spare time. I love that so much.
That's great, but don't lower your guard. As soon as I publish my new book, that place is going to get riddled with phone calls and hundreds of fan mail.
That's the spirit, boss. I know your new book is going to be a huge success.
Of course it will. As soon as I find a proper ending. And stop calling me boss.
As you wish, boss. Oh, sorry.
Thanks. Goodbye.
Good luck.
I like this guy. He's a bit gung-ho, he's a little cocky, but why not? You know, seems like he's a pretty talented writer from what I can see so far. Ah, okay, so I can dial whatever I want. Let's try that London number. 0207. Love the classic rotary here. Ah, very nice touch that it tells you what you've dialed there at the bottom. Very cool. Nice attention to detail, game. I always appreciate that. And that's nothing. Awesome. Let's try that other number I have. Also busy. Okay. Yeah, that clock ticking is kind of hypnotic. Huh. I wonder if that means the guy's gonna meet me outside. I probably should go see if he's here. Had somebody just been at the front gates? Oh shit, please tell me he didn't leave. Should have opened the gate. Even if I wanted to leave, I could not do so on foot. Well, that certainly wasn't a smooth start. Mr. Arthate, Mr. Carter asked me to fix a power problem in your residence. I was told to meet you at the gates, but after several minutes you still did not appear. I waited as long as I could, but when I saw no signs of you, I felt I must leave. Please contact Mr. Carter immediately when you get this note. Oh, great. You know, whenever you have people come to your house to either fix or repair or install things, and I'm not blaming them, I know they have schedules, but they don't even try. If they can't get in, they just leave. I hated that when I was still living in Chicago, because I would constantly have packages being delivered, and then because it was an apartment building with security, they couldn't get in, and so they're like, whoop, doop-de-doo, gonna drop it off at the packaging plant, like 30 miles away. Call up Jerry again.
Carter Properties.
Jerry, we have a problem.
What happened?
The electrician missed me. He left a note in the mailbox.
Bloody hell. He was supposed to meet you at the gates early this morning. I thought he was just being late.
Damn, then I must have missed him for a few minutes. What the heck am I supposed to do now?
Why don't you go check the fuses yourself? Maybe it isn't that serious.
Jerry, all the fuses seem to be fine. I think the problem might be a little more complicated than that.
I see.
What do we do now?
Go get some candles.
You're joking, right?
No, I'm not. I'm calling this guy right away, and I'm afraid he won't be able to stop by until tomorrow. He was already driving there today as a personal favor.
There must be something you can do. I don't feel comfortable walking around this place with dim lights. I barely know it.
Michael, come on. Where's your sense of adventure? It would be like you were living in a past century. Exquisite Victorian house, lit by candles. What I wouldn't give to be in your place.
I left my sense of adventuring back in London, thanks. I have work to do.
Then do it. What else could you ask for? Now you have the chance to experience firsthand one of your period pieces.
Oh, very funny. Try getting that guy over here as soon as possible.
Don't worry, I will. Make sure you find some candles before it gets too dark.
Yes, candles. Bye.
Yes, candles. Absolutely wonderful. No power for me tonight. If it were me, I can't even stand to be without internet, much less power. I always wanted to be a pianist, but eventually found another use for my fingers. Oh my, I have a dirty mind. God. Clocks all over the place here. A fancy red clock, which sadly wasn't functioning. This place was full of exquisite, albeit... I've already said that many times. Ugh. I know I'd want that painting in my living room. Huh, it's a rather nice one. Except it looks like it's in a frame that's supposed to be for a mirror, but whatever. Oh! It's the Moonlight Sonata. It was all gibberish to me. I cannot play the piano. I know a few chords. My instrument when I was younger, growing up, I played the violin. It's one of those things where you can just pick it up and jump back into it if you haven't played it in a while. Pretty much the same thing with any instrument. It's kind of like riding a bike. As soon as you get back on, you figure it out real quick. Muscle memory is amazing that way. Ah, this is The Birth of Man, I think, by Michelangelo. Again, I could be completely misquoting the title. It's that picture where God is touching Adam by the finger. The fireplace had a generous amount of wood in it, and I was relieved to know that I could warm the place up in case it got cold. I'm certainly not good at chopping trees. Pretty easy to chop trees there, Michael. Take axe, hit tree. Done. Plenty of candelabras, just no candles. April 20th. During a fit of rage, I burnt my previous diary. Not that I did regret it, as if my disjointed notes were worth anything. Their only purpose was to keep me sane. I feel that this is my escape route. Any only means of finding some inner peace. Whenever I put my pen to this paper, I feel that I can reflect upon my situation. I just wish I had more options, that's all. But I'm rambling. I must think clearly. Focus. Focus. May 12th. I've become an eternal guardian, stuck between few choices, none of which are good. Do I fulfill a promise and violate everything that I believe in? The very principles of my life, or am I condemned to spend the rest of my existence in this dead-end state, a ghost with no other purpose than just being here, watching? I truly have no escape. I can't find an appropriate solution to this problem, and I must pay the price. I'm a shadow of the man I used to be. Only these notes remain any testament in these moments of meditation, my sole companion. June 26th. Today I spent the entire afternoon staring at the window, my mind a blank. Oddly enough, I really didn't care. Seems now as though it was something. Natural for me, a part of my personality. But I know the reason very well. I've lost my soul. I'm an empty shell, devoid of any feelings. I renounced them on that fateful day, and the worst thing is I knew they were going to be consequences. No, that's not true. Consequences were far worse than I expected. How could I be so blind? January 29th. I often wonder what would have happened if we had simply reversed it all. What would happen if right now I came out and told the world what really happened? No, I'd end up rotting in jail. Although that might be a better destiny compared to this eternal suffering. November 17th. I can't say for sure when it began. I just heard them one morning, coming from next room. The whispers. Are they real? Have I been alone for too long? They won't stop. I can't stand it any longer. February 9th. Ever since I locked it away, that everything seems to have calmed down a bit. Perhaps James was right after all. It's madness, I know, but at this point I'd be inclined to believe anything. May. Over the years I was convinced that everything James suffered was a misfortune, a whim of destiny. For the first time ever, I'm not so sure anymore. I never thought it could happen, but I believe I understand now. If this is so, then cursed be my soul. Poor James. If I had acted in any other way, then maybe things would have worked out differently. But it's too late now, and I have to suffer my Calvary. September 13th. The noises are back, although this time they're different. Before, I'd only hear them inside my head, as if someone or something was whispering and, how to put this, interrupting my thoughts. But now I can really feel them spreading around the house. What are they? September 14th. I've realized. The noises are coming from down there. I don't want to think about it anymore. December. They are unbearable. They get worse at night. Oh, how I wish it would stop. What is going on down there? I don't dare go nearer. I don't want to know. God, how many years have passed. I've lost all sense of time. I have to get out of this place.